Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Hope you're all doing well. My name is Zanny and today I will be finally sharing with you my thoughts on GFRIEND's latest album called Walpurgis Night. I did ask you on my community tab what you wanted to see next, and most of you said actually first this album review, and then you actually changed your mind and you went to Malmu's album review of their 10th mini album Travel, which should be up by now. And so now, because I have both album reviews here, I will be focusing on GFRIEND's album, which in my opinion is one of their best albums yet. I do really enjoy this one, and I still don't really understand why their title track Mago doesn't have many more views than what it has now. Like, honestly, it is such a great release, and I think perhaps it is because it's so different for GFRIEND. I am so surprised that it doesn't get as much attention as I was thinking it would get, because of how freaking good that song is. And I won't be talking any further about this song in particular because I already made a reaction and reviewed it, link in the description if you want to check it out. Yeah, it only has 24 million views. Why? It deserves so many more. And actually they made a dance practice with an eye mask, wearing an eye mask, and it was so freaking amazing to see it because they did perform the first half of the song wearing it, and it was like spot on perfect. YouTube was a little bit like confused at some point, but they still managed to perform it all together, the amazing spotless formation at all times. And I don't know why people don't pay more attention to GFRIEND. It totally deserves it. It's so frustrating. But that being said, we still have many more songs to talk about and just share our love for GFRIEND, because they have evolved so much in the last couple of years and showed a more mature side to their music, and showing to us, the fans and the general public, that they can evolve and they can show other sides of them, and that it's not just the innocent, powerful, innocent concept that they debuted with. They can show more facets of their musicality, and I'm just hoping that more people can pay more attention to them because, oh my god, they totally deserve it. That being said, this album, going back to Walpurgis Night, like I mentioned in my first video on Mago, Walpurgis Night is the night in which all of the witches meet, and according to German folklore or something like that. And this album really feels like it's them exploring a little bit their darker side, and with all the different songs we'll still keep the 80s retro feel to it, which I find to be so freaking good, with some exceptions here and there, but we still explore more on that. And once more, the members of GFRIEND have collaborated and helped with the writing and the composing of the songs. And also we have, for the first time, unit songs for GFRIEND. So the track list: we have Mago, then we have Love Spell, Three of Cups, Get Ready With Me, Secret Diary, which is the first unit song with Shinbi and Yerin. Then we have Better Me, the second unit song with Suwon and Eunji. Then we have Night Drive, which is between Una and Yuju. Then we have Apple, Crossroads and Labyrinth, that I already talked about in other videos. Links will be in the description, perhaps not, or even up here. And then we have, last but not least, the last song of the album, Will of the Year, or Back to the Start. It really depends on the translation for this one, but on Spotify it is called Will of the Year. Now that we mentioned every single thing, it's already a super lengthy video, let's talk about the song. So the first one that we will be talking about is Love Spell. So this song, I was really surprised because the entirety of the song, the way they sing, it's in a much lower register than usual, and I find that to be awesome. It has this sort of 90s pop rock influence and vibe to it. It's much deeper, and the entire song is how they felt a little bit disappointed and the angst of thinking that perhaps they could make this person that they love fall in love with them with a love spell. But the thing is, they realize now that it is impossible to make someone fall in love with you with a love spell. So they feel like they were naive and innocent, and now they look back at it and like, oh my god, how could I think about making someone fall in love with me with a love spell? And so we kind of feel the disappointment and the angst through the way they are singing in this sort of pop rock influence type of style that they use for the song. And I thought that it was such a nice idea to use it in that way. Overall, everyone shines so freaking much. I love the ad libs and how smooth their vocals are. And as per usual, there are really great vocalists, all of them. So they manage all six of them to really shine. And that is something that I applaud really GFRIEND for, because at some point they had this very formula like for the chorus and everything, and they still have, because they utilize the strengths of every single one of the members. But now more and more we have members like Suwon, Umti, and even Shinbi that are shining a little bit more when it comes to their vocals as well, and exploring what they can do or not, and that I freaking love, and we can see it all the much more in this album. So the next song is Three of Cups. So this song, actually had to look it up, what was the meaning of Three of Cups. And actually in tarot cards, Three of Cups equals a celebration. And actually when you listen to the song, it makes total sense, because this song is about being happy and celebrating and just partying with your friends in a very disco-y type of feeling, and I just freaking loved it. It's all about wanting to spend the entire night dancing with your loved ones and just having fun and joking about serious things in a very lightweight manner, because you are a little bit afraid of where your life might take you, and you still find a little bit of that angst that we mentioned on Love Spell. They actually say in the lyrics, share one serious concerns with minor jokes, our most densely light the night of our lives. And it feels very nostalgic, because they are talking about all those memories of being together and having fun and thinking very fondly of all those nights that they spent dancing the night away. But at the same time, it feels like they are talking about it in the past, because they really want to redo it and spend their night doing it. But at the same doing it sounds really weird. But they really want to spend their night dancing all together and having fun. And it's all about more about the friendship that you can feel in how you want to spend it with your friends, not really with a loved one in the sense of like a relationship, a love relationship or something like that. And I feel like with GFRIEND's songs, we do have the songs that are more like typical in the sense of talking about love and whatnot, which is a very, very broad subject. It can be treated in different ways, but they also tackle more subjects about growing up and the friendship and how you are afraid of losing it and having this person that is precious to you, but not in the sense of being afraid of losing them because you are in love with them, but it's more like this personal closeness relationship of having a friend that is like family to you. So that I did really enjoy. At the 2-minute mark, it makes you really think that the song is over, but it actually picks up right away and until the end. You have Uju's having this super high note. The ad-libs overall are more subtle than usual compared to some of their previous releases in other albums. Normally you have like Una and Uju having like stronger ad-libs and everything. In this album, they take a little bit back. They noticed that nowadays the trend is not to have that, like for example in like 2015 to 2018, the song structure for most of like the main K-pop songs was to have like the verse, chorus, second verse, second chorus, then have the bridge, then have the second, then have the chorus and a super high note throughout the second part of the chorus, and you have like main vocalist and the second vocalist that sings the chorus, while the other one does the super high note, and then you continue the song and have super strong, powerful ad-libs. Nowadays you have very subtle ad-libs and here and there, and perhaps you have a tiny high note, but you don't take it like, you don't keep singing that high note for very long. It's a very short one. So they clearly changed the way they do the structure of their songs as well. And we have of course more members like Eunji and Suwon and Shinbi, Yerin, that normally take a little bit of a step back when it comes to singing. They do sing and they sing really well, but compared to previous releases, now they sing way more and they take more parts and they sing in a different way. It's not so much of having like strong, powerful vocals, it's more in the way, in the style that you used to sing it. Then you have Get Ready With Me, and from the very beginning you know there's going to be a feel-good song. It has a beautiful pre-chorus, such an upbeat chorus. It's just so freaking upbeat and it makes you feel good. And once more, the entire song, the meaning of it, like Get Ready With Me or GRWM, they say, my yesterday that ran full of mistakes, you protected me, everything is alright. I still have a lot of precious things that I love. I want to show you my changed image. And it feels like they were talking about how now they really want to get ready, get strong, get like, it's almost like a sort of metaphor to get ready for the future and think about their past of being like not ready yet, not being like, and the thing can be like said a little bit of like superficial, get ready with me, like you think about like wearing makeup and everything, but it's more like getting ready to take on the future together, and that I do really enjoy. It has an EDM, a feel good type of track for the chorus, which is not really usual. Well, yeah, you actually had like with the album Fever, the title track was a little bit of that style. So they already dabble in the EDM sort of beat drop for the chorus, and here they've done it once more. And I really love the bridge with Suan, Eunji, Yerin, and Yuju, and then high notes. It feels like a crescendo. I had to write it down all because otherwise I would have forgotten. But I just love that those details of how they play with the strengths of every single one of the members, and the bridge really focus on that, and having the little like get ready with me all throughout the chorus is really fun and playful and just overall very energetic, and it just feels good. It's such a feel good optimistic song. Next page. So the next song that we have on the album is Secret Diary, and it is the first unit song that we have on this album. So this song is performed by Yerin and Sinbi, and they actually co-wrote the song as well. And they did perform it during the show that they did, the live show. They just performed a little bit of it as it was sort of a spoiler for the upcoming album, and they did perform on music shows as well while they were performing and promoting Mago. So I think that this song is a really nice combination of both of them. I think that they could have paired any way they wanted, but this is like the perfect combination, especially for this song. This is super cute song. It's very smooth, it has this R&B slow tempo to it, and I really love the cute message of it because it's all about friendship once more. I think as they write in their diary how they want to meet this person and how their relationship evolves and how they feel like they are the lucky girl for having met this person that is so precious to them. And they have like saying, oh yes, our memories, because each one is precious, I just want to be with you. And it just feels so freaking good. It's such a freaking feel good song. I'm saying like, I'm the lucky girl for having you by my side, like I wrote in my secret diary. And their vocals are very clear, very sweet. So the entire song is like a nice combination of their styles, because it's really weird, but when you sort of watch videos of GFRIEND and you see their personalities, they're really quirky and so over the top and so awkward at most at some points, but that is what makes them so freaking special and endearing. And Sinbi, for example, you think when you see her acting with the other members and everything, she's really badass, she's really like confident, and she doesn't really care about what she says and everything. And even when she speaks, she has a much lower tone. But then when she's singing, she's so freaking cute. Her voice is so freaking cute, and it matches so freaking well Yerin's voice as well. So I thought that the entire song, with the entire vibe of it, even the live performance with the school uniforms, it was very bright and colorful. It was just a perfect combination of it all, and I think it suited them so freaking well. I just really enjoyed how sweet the message of it all was in the performance, and just the singing. It was just really great together. I must say it's not like my favorite song from the album personally, but I still enjoyed it a whole lot. Mago still takes the, you said the cake? No, it just takes the crown of being like my favorite song of the album because it's that good in my opinion. But we still have some other songs that are really great. Just to say that Secret Diary, for all of its good elements and the nice harmonies, super cute song, I do enjoy it, but I have songs I enjoy it more. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Then you have Better Me, and this one is performed by Suwon and Eunji. And although I was not expecting to have this combination, after thinking about it, I was like, it does make sense. Like for the previous song, Secret Diary, they did co-write the song Better Me, both Suwon and Eunji, and they did perform it live during the live show as well as during music shows. And I love this song. I really like the airy synths, the guitar, the super bouncy tempo, and it has a Latin undertone to it, which I do really enjoy. And I was not at all expecting a song like that for both of them, but honestly, they pull it off. And the performance live just sounded so freaking good and looked so freaking good. I really like their outfits as well, especially when they say like the Black Dark Knight one-liners. So freaking good, and such mysterious part for the pre-chorus. It added such a nice vibe to it. Then it has, then again, a super catchy chorus. Their voices go really well together. We have Suwon rapping a little bit. There's a bit of Spanish as well. I don't know if I wrote it down, but they are all talking about how you are this flower that is afraid to bloom. And they say, don't try to turn around. These all painful memories. Look, look, shout. Never, I won't lose at the moment. I reach you deep in the ground. No doubt you'll shine and bloom. And it's really a reference to this flower that is afraid to bloom. But once she decides to bloom, she's really different, both in the color, in the scent, and it feels like a whole different person once you're ready to take confidence and bloom. And I did really enjoy the sweet message, and I was not expecting that at all from them, but honestly, I loved it. I love the way they pull it off, and this Latin undertone fits it so freaking well. Then we have Night Drive, which is performed by Euna and Yuju, and it was co-written by them, and they did perform it live as well. And this one is like my personal favorite, like the second personal favorite from the album, by just how the entire vibe of it feels like a sort of indie song. So this song is about how no matter how lost you might become, you can always find your way back home. And just the entire feeling of it makes you really think that you're like in a car at night and you're completely lost and you do not know where to go and how you can move on all of the confusion that you might have in your head, but you still manage somehow to find your way home. And just the way they sing, it's not like over the top powerful vocals or whatnot. They are more in the subtleties and the control, and it just sounds beautiful. Both of their voices together sound so freaking well. And when I think about it, the way they combine all the voices of the members together for the songs that they created, it's just like the perfect combination every single time. The melody feels so beautiful and dark, and it feels like you can clearly feel the angst and the fear almost that you can feel when you are in those times when you are so confused. And they say a long way to go, a long way to go. Sometimes I've been suffocating like I wasn't. I'm comforted by the wind and the old days. I'm fine, I'm good. And the way they say, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm good enough. It just sounds so freaking beautiful. And I think it was Una doing it, so she added a little more fragility to her vocals. And the ad-libs were so smooth as well. It's not like the over-the-top ad-libs. It's really a nice song, a nice like soothing song, and it feels really reassuring when you might feel in that way, because we all at some point in time feel in that way. And so to think about this song like a night drive in which you just want to walk. Sometimes like that happens to me as well, when you are like so confused about what your future might be and you don't know in which direction to go. Sometimes it's cool to just walk and think about nothing or a million things at the same time, but just have the time to just walk. And somehow at some point you feel like you're feeling better again to just go back home and confront reality. And it's like, I'm good enough for now to continue to figure it out, and then at some point I will be good. And I feel like that makes it all the much more personal to GFRIEND and what they are going through as they are growing up in a group. So that I really enjoyed. the last page. So like I said, Apple, Crossroads, and Labyrinth I already talked about. And some of the songs, like for example, Labyrinth is definitely one of my favorite GFRIEND songs, and then Apple, and then Crossroads. So freaking good. But we have to talk about the last song of the album already, which is Will of the Year, or Back to the Start. And this is like a song that makes me think more of the typical GFRIEND type of song that we can expect from them. So I love the main melody. I love how Yuju starts the song with her raspy vocals. And actually I had to look it up if it was her because I didn't recognize her voice right away. It's a really nice closure to the album with a more like typical GFRIEND song. And I think like some of the older fans like myself can really recognize GFRIEND in this song. It has like a Crossroads reference because once more they are really talking about how sometimes you might feel lost, and it really feels like this fear that you might go through is really like paralyzing yourself to continue to move on, to just live your life. And so you have this moment in which you don't know where to go, so you think about this person, you're like, let's run away together and not be scared anymore. I really love the bridge. I love the acoustic guitar that is all throughout it. We have like really powerful vocals, the electric guitar riff, which GFRIEND is really known for. And this song is definitely a nice song in a way that the song really suits her vocals, and she's able to shine so freaking much in this song in particular. I love the acoustic guitar and just how beautiful the chorus is with Sinbi powerful note one way. I have to show it to you. And it's just so freaking good. It's such a feel-good song overall. So that is it for my review. It made it feel like it was really, really short. All the songs are so freaking good, and they tell different sides of the story or what they went through, and because they now are participating in the writing, it makes it all the much more personal. Even though they might think about like inventing a complete story, and they are writing about that in particular, not their own personal experiences, to some extent it's really reflecting on your thoughts on how you think as a person as well. So you can sort of feel even closer to a song when you know that the person that is singing it has written it. But sometimes you have some other singers that don't write their songs and they still manage to interpret it so freaking well that you feel so many emotions every single time. But that being said, I really like this album. It really shows different sides of them, especially with the unit songs. It really shows how they want to create their songs with just two members being able to co-write the songs and choose the direction for the concept. Mango is still one of my favorites, and I still wrote it Mango. It's still not right. It's still wrong, but needless to say, it is Mango. And I don't know why I keep on writing Mango. It's really stuck in my head. But needless to say, this is a fantastic album. I am still a big fan of GFRIEND, and with every single new release, especially this year, they've showed how much they can evolve and how much they want to experiment in the future with their songs, with their music. And I feel like GFRIEND is definitely one of those groups that I can imagine them still being together in like 10 years from now and still releasing music and still evolving, like a group such as A-Pink. So it is definitely a great album, and I do enjoy it quite a lot. And you have loads of songs for different moods and to just have fun, especially like Get Ready With Me and Mako. Honestly, such bangers. Three of Cups as well, for the celebration side of it. If you want something for when you are questioning everything in your life. Night Drive for when you're feeling a little bit more powerful and empowering. Go for Better Me. Feeling cute? Just have Secret Diary. And if you just want to have fun and listening to a great album, listen to everything in this album because it just is really great. Especially with the addition of Apple, Crossroads, and Labyrinth, you're still sure of having such a great listen all throughout it. It's such a great album. So yeah guys, those are overall my thoughts on this album. I cannot wait to know yours in the comments down below. Which song is your favorite? By the way guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and even click that little bell icon so you are notified whenever I post new videos. In the meantime, guys, have a great one, stay healthy, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye!